Today there will be Venom.
Is that who that's supposed to be? He looks more like my mother-in-law. Hey yo, hey.
Oh, we're doing like a Rodney Dangerfield thing today. I see.
No respect. I can't get no respect. Even here, no respect.
Deja vu, am I right? If that intro felt familiar to you, well, this LEGO set felt familiar to me. For those who don't know, this is Venom, and he is basically the exact same set as the LEGO Carnage set that was released very recently as well. They're basically just two color-swapped models. Venom here is set 76187 from LEGO Marvel. This is another 18+ LEGO set. He contains 565 pieces, and again, costs $60. My initial impressions of this set are exactly the same as my initial impressions of the Carnage set, which isn't to say that either of these sets are bad. They're both good, fine sets in their own right. Unfortunately, they're just so dang similar. I'm going to try not to just talk about how these two sets are basically one set with different colors. We'll talk more about the details of this set and why I like or don't like it right after we build it. The build for this set was exactly the same as the build for the Carnage set. I know I said I wasn't going to do that. The build for someone who didn't build Carnage is still nice. It is also similar to all of the other helmets that LEGO's given us recently, but that is not really a bad thing. The construction process of this is still quite creative and the build is still quite fun, even if it is almost exactly the same as the Carnage set. I'm going to try to get into the mind of the LEGO Corporation, much like the symbiote got into Tom Hardy's mind, the character in the Venom movie, not the actor in real life. I think that the concept and design for this Venom set was made first, and then someone after the fact said, well, we could basically use that exact same design for Carnage. The two characters are very similar looking, and you might as well just change a couple of colors, and then look, we've got two LEGO sets for the price of one, and some sucker out there, Exhibit A, is going to buy both of those LEGO sets, even though they're almost exactly the same. Now, I'm not faulting LEGO for doing this. I think it's a very smart marketing move, and I do think that there is a wide enough audience that will buy both of these LEGO sets. There are also plenty of people who are fans of Venom more than Carnage. I think that's actually the majority of people. I feel like Venom is a more popular character. Maybe he's just already gotten his own movie. I know we're supposed to be getting a Carnage movie very soon, or at least like Carnage appearing in the next Venom movie. I don't know. I'm a decently big Marvel fan. I'm not a huge Venom fan. But because I think there are more Venom fans than Carnage fans, I think this set will be more popular than Carnage, and so I think that's probably why LEGO released Carnage first and Venom second, because they'd probably captured a little more of the market doing things that way. Now that's just pure speculation. I could be entirely wrong on all fronts. What I'm not wrong about are my opinions on these sets, because they are just my opinions. And again, much like the Carnage set, I think this set does look nice on its own as one of the LEGO heads or helmets. I think the shape is very nice. I think the character itself is emoting very well. He suffers from some of the same faults as Carnage did, like a weird underbite with his teeth sticking out, but I actually think the color scheme that LEGO went with on this guy is a little better than it was on Carnage. I know there's not much of a color scheme, he's just black, but I think the mouth colors, to me, they look better. Maybe it's just the more naturally colored teeth contrasted against the actual pink and red gums of his mouth. The teeth and the gums somehow stand out a little better against the overall darker color of his skin. Does Venom has skin? Is it slime? Is he just covered in a substance called Venom? What does symbiote feel like if you touch it? What does symbiote taste like if you touch it? That's probably not a bad idea. That's probably what got Tom Hardy into that situation in the first place. This Venom model does have some very important characteristics that set him apart from his Carnage counterpart. That is, of course, his tongue, which is like a staple of the Venom character. I think in the comics it's a little thicker and more substantial than this one, but even so, I'm glad that it was included here, and it is easily enough removed if you wanted to do that, or if you're a kid who's just grabbing the tongue off of one of your dad's LEGO sets, that tongue comes right out of there. Another thing Venom has that other characters don't is a bunch of slime. By a bunch, I mean a couple of very small, very subtle neon green trans clear pieces, and they're, I guess, supposed to be slime or juice or mucus or something. Maybe it's venom dripping out of Venom. Does Venom leak venom? Again, I am really not very well versed on this character. In any case, this character has some little green slimy bits coming out of his mouth. I think it's a nice touch. I think it could have been executed a little better. At this point, it's very subtle and honestly kind of hidden if you're not actively looking for it. And then of course the most glaringly obvious difference between this character and Carnage, I don't know how I even called them similar after seeing this difference, look at the teeth. They are facing slightly different directions, especially those front couple of bottom teeth. On Venom they are facing towards you, and on Carnage they are turned sideways. I have no idea why the difference in these decisions was made by LEGO, but that's what the instructions say to do. I don't have a preference either way. I do like that there are no stickers used in this set. Again, I like the tiny bit of asymmetry with his right eye being a little more open. There's a single exposed stud in there. I think that gives some Venom character, and honestly that feels more like a Venom characteristic, and that's what makes me say this set was probably designed before the Carnage set, because that having one eye open more than the other, to me feels like a very Venom move. Maybe, again, I'm wrong, and you out there in the comments can happily educate me. I said that sarcastically. Please actually educate me about Venom stuff. I am uninformed. So ultimately, it probably sounds like I'm really ragging on this dude and this set and the LEGO Corporation for their decision making. I'm not. Again, I really like and I appreciate this Venom and the Carnage set. I think they're both great looking sets. I think they would both look fine on their own or put together. I think there is a market wide enough to cater to people who may want just one of these heads or both of these heads. So yeah, I think these are both fine additions to the LEGO head collection. I guess it's not the helmet collection like in the LEGO Star Wars line. These are just straight up heads of these characters, and I will gladly see any more Marvel characters turned into busts, LEGO heads, whatever you want to call them. I'll gladly buy other Marvel characters if they are built in this same form factor. So let me know what you think about this head in the comments down below, and let me know what other Marvel characters you think would be cool turned into a head just like this one. As always, thanks so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. I'll see you next time.